Greetings, and welcome back to Next Now. Our solar system, for all its vastness, occasionally plays host to visitors from the cosmic dark between the stars. These interstellar travellers offer a rare glimpse into the building blocks of other planetary systems, and today we turn our attention to the latest and perhaps most enigmatic of these guests. Following in the footsteps of the strange Oumuamua and the more familiar Borisov, a new object has been confirmed to be on an interstellar trajectory. Designated 3I Atlas, it is only the third such object ever detected. First spotted in July by the Atlas Survey in Hawaii, its name is an acronym for the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, a planetary defense network that has now found a messenger from another star. This celestial interloper is hurtling through our cosmic neighbourhood at a blistering speed of nearly 60 kilometres per second. As we speak, it has closed the distance to our Sun to a mere 2 astronomical units. But as 3I Atlas draws nearer, it is confounding expectations. Astronomers have noted that its Coma, the hazy envelope of gas and dust that signifies a comet, is expanding at a remarkable rate. This suggests significant outgassing, a violent sublimation of ices as it feels the sun's warmth for the first time. Consequently, it is brightening far more rapidly than models predicted, leading to tantalizing speculation. Could this visitor from afar soon become a spectacle for backyard astronomers, visible with just a modest telescope? The plot, however, thickens. The object's trajectory will soon carry it on a close pass by the planet Mars. Following this encounter, it will continue its journey toward a superior conjunction, where it will pass behind the Sun from our vantage point. This alignment will shroud it in our star's brilliant glare, making further study exceptionally difficult. A race against the clock is on. So let us delve deeper into the mysteries of 3I Atlas. So, why is everyone talking about 3I Atlas right now? The short answer: its behaviour is profoundly unpredictable. Normally, as a comet journeys inward, we expect it to brighten in a steady progression, as the sun's warmth sublimates its icy surface. But Atlas is refusing to follow the script. It's veering dramatically off its expected light curve, presenting astronomers with a delightful and perplexing puzzle. In a remarkably short span, astronomers have witnessed a startling surge in its brightness, leaping from a faint magnitude 16 to around magnitude 12. For those unfamiliar with the astronomical magnitude scale, lower numbers mean a brighter object, and each step represents a brightness increase of about 2.5 times. This means Atlas hasn't just gotten a little brighter, it has intensified by roughly 40 times. A change this rapid is truly exceptional. What could be driving this extraordinary outburst? One possibility lies with its nucleus, the solid, frozen heart of the comet. Perhaps new volatile ices are being exposed to the sun, causing a vigorous increase in sublimation. Another theory is that the Coma, the vast, hazy atmosphere of gas and dust, is expanding and scattering more sunlight. Or perhaps we are witnessing something more dramatic, the beginning of the nucleus itself fracturing under the strain. The tricky part is that much of the data comes from a global network of dedicated amateur astronomers. While their contributions are invaluable, the variety in equipment means interpretations can vary. Still, the consensus is clear. Comet Atlas is far more active than anyone anticipated. This leaves us with a tantalizing question. Is this a prelude to it becoming a magnificent spectacle, or the final brilliant gasp of a comet disintegrating before our very eyes? Here's the challenge. Professional observatories like Hubble or James Webb haven't been able to capture new high-resolution images since August, and time is running out. On October 21st, Atlas will reach superior conjunction. That's when the Sun sits directly between Earth and Atlas. At that point, the Sun's glare will make it nearly impossible to track from Earth. But there's a silver lining. Before conjunction, Atlas will sweep close to Mars on October 3rd, passing within a quarter of an astronomical unit. That's close enough for orbiters like MRO and ExoMars to point their instruments at it. Those spacecraft could measure its brightness, capture spectra, and maybe even pin down the size of its nucleus. So, while Earth-based telescopes will struggle, Mars might give us our best data yet. Another odd thing about Atlas is its coma. Unlike typical comets, where the tail streams away from the Sun, Atlas shows activity in the sunward direction, an anti-tail. That's highly unusual. Recent stacked images from astronomers in Namibia revealed Atlas glowing a striking green colour. That shade usually comes from molecules like diatomic carbon, C2, fluorescing under solar radiation. Earlier observations didn't suggest much C2 in Atlas, so its sudden appearance hints at new chemistry triggered as it gets closer to the Sun. This tells us Atlas isn't a typical comet. It could be carrying exotic ices or compounds from another star system, which are now breaking down under solar heating. That's why scientists call it a complex dusty plasma object, dust grains charged by plasma behaving in unpredictable ways. Let's zoom out to appreciate the significance of this discovery. Atlas is only the third interstellar visitor we've ever spotted, a member of an exceptionally exclusive club. The first was the enigmatic Oumuamua, which baffled astronomers with its bizarre, elongated shape and its mysterious acceleration away from the Sun, with no visible tail to explain the push. Then came Borisov, which behaved more like a classic comet, yet was still extraordinary, containing levels of carbon monoxide unlike anything in our own solar system. Now Atlas comes along, and it seems determined to be the strangest of them all, brightening far too quickly, showing a perplexing sunward coma and possibly glowing with an ethereal green light, the signature of dicarbon molecules being vaporized by the Sun's warmth. Where did it come from? The honest answer is we don't know. The most likely scenario is that it was violently ejected from its parent star system, perhaps hundreds or even thousands of light-years away. Imagine the gravitational chaos of a young solar system, with giant planets flinging smaller bodies out into the void. Once cast out, it may have travelled for 1 billion years through the silent, frozen expanse of interstellar space before chance brought it to our doorstep. A lonely pilgrimage through the dark. Along that epic journey, it would have passed through immense clouds of gas and dust, altering its chemistry. It would have been bombarded by high-energy cosmic rays, subtly rewriting its surface composition. In essence, it became a geological time capsule, carrying a record of its galactic voyage for us to read. And here's where things get interesting. Faced with so many anomalies, some people speculate Atlas could even be artificial. Personally, I don't think it's a spacecraft. The evidence doesn't point that way. But what it is, arguably, just as profound. It is a highly organized clump of matter and plasma, a natural probe carrying pristine information about environments far beyond our Sun's reach. It's a messenger from a place we may never visit. Its story told not in radio signals, but in the light it reflects and the elements it sheds. Whether natural or not, it's a Rosetta Stone from another star, fundamentally unlike anything we've studied before. So here's what's next. October 3rd, close flyby of Mars with orbiters set to observe. October 21st, superior conjunction with the Sun, meaning a pause in Earth-based observations. October 29th, perihelion, its closest approach to the Sun, when activity may peak. Until then, we'll keep watching. Will Atlas continue to brighten? Will its coma grow even larger? Could it become visible in backyard telescopes? These are the big questions, and the next month will be crucial. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay connected for updates. This fall is shaping up to be one of the most exciting times for astronomy in years, and Atlas is at the heart of it.